You hope that. You hope that Charlie Kirk's death won't be used by a group we now call bad actors to create a society that was the opposite of the one he worked to build. You hope that. You hope that a year from now, the turmoil we're seeing in the aftermath of his murder won't be leveraged to bring hate speech laws to this country. And trust me, if it is, if that does happen, there is never a more justified moment for civil disobedience than that, ever. And there never will be. Because if they can tell you what to say, they're telling you what to think. There is nothing they can't do to you because they don't consider you human. They don't believe you have a soul. A human being with a soul, a free man, has a right to say what he believes, not to hurt other people, but to express his views. You hope that. You hope that Charlie Kirk's...
Right, so a lot of people are basically saying that Tucker Carlson is now going against Trump's regime. And as you can see here, he's going to round up the Americans. You round them up, and that is the beginning of the cycle of summoning the Nazis. It's the Nazification of America by rounding up all the Americans. Did you notice that that is a left-wing talking point, and they use it so many times? Usually when it's talk about immigration or when some right-wing candidate manages to win, it's like, oh no, he's going to start rounding them up. And it's almost like this is the first trumpet of the archangel that begins the end of the world, the Nazification. It's very difficult to treat people seriously when they have to dial the hyperbole to 11. Nothing in the Tucker video mentioned Nazification or rounding them up. And this is why the left is losing right now, because like, if you're going to always argue from a position of emotional hysteria and dialing everything to 11, no one is taking you seriously. What is actually happening, and I have said this, there is a lot of rage in the right-wing movement right now, just like there was a lot of rage in the left-wing movement during the summer of love, right? A lot of leftists saw George Floyd and literally saw themselves in George Floyd, right? Like everything that George Floyd represents, leftists said, that could be me. The same thing is happening with right-wingers right now. They're looking at Charlie Kirk, which is happening exactly a week later after Irina. A lot of people forgot about her. It's unfortunate, but yes, like she also has a lot to do riling up right-wingers because a lot of people saw their wife or their sister or their daughter in that girl that got killed in the subway. And what do leftists do? Like recently there were murals of her, and some leftists painted the murderer over her mural, right? So a lot of leftists are saying, well, the right wing needs to turn down the rhetoric. Okay, but like, can you talk to your side to do something similar? I mean, you know, it's very difficult to turn down the rhetoric if someone draws a mural of a victim. Like, imagine you draw the mural of George Floyd and someone draws Chavez over it. How would the other people react, you know? And so right-wingers, when they're upset, it seems that they don't chimp out on the streets by burning down cities. They try to get you fired. And it's kind of difficult to complain when you have Blue Sky and Reddit cheering the assassination of the free speech guy. And so we're at the level where right-wingers are cheering leftists getting fired, and leftists are cheering right-wingers getting shot. Which side is principle? I mean, if you're going to have a conversation about, well, what about your principles? Like, aren't you for free speech? Yeah, okay, but are leftists for human rights? Are leftists for empathy and compassion? I'm not talking about, like, the shooter, but I'm talking about, like, the people with visible faces on Blue Sky, teachers, journalists, parents, glorifying an assassination. And it's interesting, like, the same people are like, oh, well, where's the right-wing principles? I mean, where's yours? There are people like Tucker, which I understand, Because I understand getting concerned over this, right? There are people that genuinely want to get the fuck out of tyranny. You know, like be able to actually express what you're thinking, be able to say what you want to say without being afraid of getting fired, without being afraid of getting debanked. And that society exists. It is possible. Like there are, I know it's ridiculous, but there are places on earth where people can behave like that. Where you can go out on the street and say exactly what you want. And there are bad actors that want to take it away. They want to gaslight you to make you think like, no, that can't happen. Or they want to say, no, see, you don't understand. Freedom leads to tyranny. So we're going to have tyranny now to prevent freedom from happening. There are bad actors that Tucker is talking about. And I get his concern, right? Like if America starts having hate speech laws, then what was the point? Because the people in charge of the hate speech laws, they're not on your side. They're not on my side. They're on their side. And their side is making money, like taking money from us and giving it to them. Protecting their interests, protecting their power. They're not with the little guy. They never would. They will pretend they're with the little guy so that they can install their censorship apparatus. But once that's in place, they don't care about the little guy. And so I do get what Tucker is saying, right? However, I don't think like the problem has come that far yet. It's good that there are people like Tucker that can try to pull the brakes and remind people that the trade is heading off a cliff. But at the same time, I can't complain about what the right wing is doing right now. Because what are they doing? They're going after the people that wish them dead. It's okay to cancel censors. It's self-defense. Canceling someone that demands someone else's censorship or demands that someone else gets banned, if they get canceled, that's a good thing. You get more free speech that way. You can actually have a society where people express themselves if Karens get censored. So far, I haven't seen right-wingers successfully managing to get high-profile individual fired because they're gay or because they had like some socialist opinions. I'm not saying it won't get to that. But right now, especially after what happened, when every single right-winger sees themselves as Charlie Kirk, like especially like the moderates that just want to talk, and they see another guy that just wants to talk getting shot, and then they also see the cheering and the applause from the other side. Yeah, I can understand why he would want to go like, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to talk anymore. There's no talking with these people. The only thing that I can hope is that my money doesn't go to their businesses and that my child doesn't go to their schools. And this is what's happening. And so, if you're going to have politicians that are actually going to start demanding that platform censors or do more, or if you're going to have right-wing politicians that start trying to codify legislation that violates the First Amendment, that's different. I do think that Tucker Carlson is right. That those would be bad actors, yes. Absolutely. And it would also be dangerous because at some point, right-wingers will stop being in power. There's no reason to create a cushy, comfortable chair for the left to sit in. Let them work for it. Like, I know they want censorship, but why hand it to them, you know? And so, I understand where Tucker is coming from, but I also understand the volatility and the emotion that right-wingers are experiencing right now. And the wave of cancel culture, right? It's not about burning down cities. It's not about hurting people. It's about giving a taste of the same medicine that the left for 2 decades have gave to right-wingers. And I see why they're getting fired from, right? They said some really nasty, deranged shit. Like the same people that are going around insinuating that jokes about race is racism, jokes about sex is sexism, and these all should be banned from the internet are the same individuals that glorify an assassination, and they're even saying that they need to have more of them. And those are the ones getting fired. And for the left of the moderate left, being like, okay, well, you know, I mean, you shouldn't have said that. What the fuck was wrong with you? They're screaming at the right for censoring those people. And so, like, the right doubles down. You know, if you have someone like Destiny being, oh, well, right-wingers need to be afraid of gathering in public. What do you expect? You know, and then it's like, oh, well, let's dial down the tension. It's like, well, if you say stuff like that, it's It's putting gasoline over the fire. I'm pretty sure that right-wingers are going to chill the fuck out in 3 months or so. And I do hope that, yeah, like, we're not going to have laws against hate speech coming from the right. In fact, the very concept of hate speech is a disgusting frame that needs to be stomped down by right-wingers. It comes from the Soviet Union, like Stalin came out with it, if you didn't know. There's no reason why right-wingers should even entertain the concept. But we'll see, you know, right now, yeah, like, right-wingers are in power. They're the dominant culture, okay? The left has managed to piss people off so much that it sparked a counter-movement. Welcome to your consequence, and please enjoy your stay. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.